Alright, hello, who have we got here? Hello Athena, welcome back. First one in this one, yeah. Hopefully Dale will come back, but yeah. It's just, I don't know. I shouldn't have to keep doing this, but yeah, this live start going dead. I'm like, okay, well, gotta restart it then. Yeah. I don't know what's going on because we're almost on 1,500 subscribers. I should be getting consistently at least 20 people in my live, surely. I don't know. Just doesn't seem to really be adding up, like, yeah. It is what it is, though. Hello, Sir Bones Venter. How you doing? You alright? Is it Venter, is it? Or what's the name? So yeah, I might do a few tricep dips. So I'll just yeah. I'll do it on here. I've got a tip for this one, right? If you want to get a bit more contraction on the triceps doing the assisted dips, watch this. When you get to this point, right? When you get up to here, notice I'm at an angle. What I do is I try to like push with the triceps and get more of a contraction at the top to try and straighten it up, if you get me. So yeah, that's what I find really can help if you're doing those type. Hello Barry, hello Damien, hello Marinella. I'm not from Italy. If I was from Italy, I'd talk like this, and you know what's means it's your mio day. Hello, Football Stefan. How you doing? Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, people. Hello, Anas. Can you speak English, please? Yeah, thank you, Football Stefan. Either that couch is really close to the ground or you, Shaq. What's that? Eddie Hall and Brian Shaw have inflated egos. Hey, we were talking a bit about that before, about yeah. I really don't care about these people that much. Yeah, I just kind of do my own thing, really. So occasionally I'll watch like Eddie Hall stuff, but yeah, it's not really stuff I really watch religiously because it's just, yeah, it's a bit of a low one, but yeah, just what it is. What games do you play? I don't really play games. Why? I don't do video games really. It's been a while since I've done video games. Oh, basketball, Shaq, you mean Shaquille O'Neal, wasn't it? Share this out if you can, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for the 5 likes, everybody. Yeah, I don't do that sort of stuff really. I'm going on a bowling trip next week with some people, but I don't mind doing that sometimes. But yeah, I'm not into like video games anymore. I used to like them as a kid, but I was maybe thinking about getting back into it in the future, but I haven't really had much of a desire to go out and buy new consoles and these games that are quite expensive now, and just to not even complete them, because half the time I wouldn't even complete the games because they were just too difficult, or I just gave up. You forgot your password. Oh no, that's what do you mean you forgot your password? What password? And that says it's the first time I've seen someone work out in denim pants. Well, there's a first for everything, you know. It's just I haven't bothered to change into anything else. Yeah, I just kind of, yeah, whatever. My password to do stuff. Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, is it some kind of like bank or something? I mean, yeah, you just said that, Anas. Yeah, how are we doing to that anyway, people? Dale, are you still there? Might do a few bicep curls. I might also do some lower body as well. Well, might do some squats as well later, but yeah. Someone was talking about concentration curls, so I'll just try and see if I can do that. Hang on. Let me just, it's probably not the best for it, but yeah, it's, okay, yeah. I have to just like, yeah, do that. All right, we'll switch over now to the other side. What we're saying, everybody. Just putting my shirt on. All right. Okay. Going to start calling you too tall for now. Why is that then? I'm too tall for what? Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I wish I was a bit shorter, I guess, because some people are like, oh, I wish I was like tall like you. It's like, well, it has its drawbacks too. So, oh yeah, thank you, Anas. So yeah, this is where we're at with the progress. Let me just show myself off a bit, innit? You know, because I'm a peacock. I call myself Drew from now on, Drew Peacock. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we're at with the physique now, but yeah, still not quite happy with it, but yeah, we're just trying to just keep making bits of progress and yeah. Alright. Yeah, welcome back. So yeah, I'll do a few more of these, I guess. It's just that I can't get it to go all the way down because it just hits the floor. That's the only kind of drawback with this, really. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you have to go all the way down, really, but yeah, it's just a lot of effects. But yeah, like you say, all adds to the views, I suppose. So yeah, what we're gonna do next? Like I said, I might do some lower body as well. One of the bots, yeah. I don't know. Who the hell even wants to waste so much time doing shit like that? It's not even funny. It's like just what do they get out of it? You know, is what I wonder. What do they get out of all this bullshit? You know. Hi, Kendrick. How you doing? No, you give me fucking money. You're on my fucking live. What are you on about? Me give you money. You're in my fucking live. Huh. Good work on the concentration curls. So that's how you do it then, the concentration curls. Yeah. You're not about, well, we'll see, won't we? You know, probably just time, someone we're wasting their time, basically. Yeah, just, we don't have any mods here at the moment. no Anton tonight. Yeah, it's just causing some we'll just get rid of it because it's just causing chaos in the chat. So, I look like a UFC fighter. Oh, really? What makes you say that? Yeah, so I might do the half rep squats. Just trying to think if there's any other areas that I should do. Maybe I should do some more side delts. I actually did it. Yeah, I did them yesterday, I think, but I haven't done side delts. So I'm trying to get the side delt stuff a lot. If you get me. But I'll have to take some stuff out of the bag to do that, to try and kind of lighten up the load. And I'll show you what I do for side delts now. I've actually tweaked something for that. So yeah, I'll do that at the end. But I'm going to do a few of these. So yeah, just like this. Just focus on slow, controlled reps. With thoughts on dirty bulking, I think it's stupid. It's just yo-yo diet, and it's not evidence-based. Like, if you're going above a certain amount of calories above maintenance, you're just going to be adding fat. You're just going to then have to cut more calories off. So it actually makes more sense to be in more of a modest surplus. So then you're not having to do more of a cut later on, because if you have to spend more time in a cut, then you're not making any progress. So it just doesn't make any sense. It's not healthy as well. So yeah. Natty. Well, dirty bulking, I don't even mean steroids, just like, we're talking about like just eating way more than you need to, downing everything in sight, basically. Anything and everything. It's not healthy, and it's not really going to help you build muscle. Yeah, being in a bit of a surplus can be a good idea, but ideally you want to minimize your surplus to where most, if not all, of what you gain is pure muscle. If you're a beginner, you can actually benefit from having a higher surplus because of a thing called the nutrient partitioning effect, where quite a significant amount of those extra calories are going to be going to building extra muscle at the beginning, whereas over time it starts to plateau. So yeah, that's why people can build muscle quite easy at the beginning without gaining body fat. But even then, there's people that can take that to the extreme and then just get fat in the process. So but it becomes even more important not to do that as time goes on and you're making less and less gains. There's no point in trying to bulk really rapidly. I don't like when women aren't natty, they are destroying their bodies. Yeah, because why are they trying to look muscular? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't look healthy, it doesn't look good. When they're low body fat percentage and all that, and they're taking all these things to try and be at 15% body fat year round, which is not healthy for women. They're probably going to have issues with their ovulation cycles, and they're going to have low estrogen levels. And have you seen freaking Alex Hormozi's wife? What the fuck? She sounds like one of those. She sounds like a transgender who hasn't fully transitioned, who's still got kind of a manly voice. That's what Alex Hormozi's wife seems like. So, look, you would think it's like a fucking, like, if you didn't see like what she was like before, someone might think, is she a fucking tranny or something? Oh, congratulations, Pumpkin. That's true, Jay. Women who aren't natty can't get pregnant. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I personally think it's gross. Like, yeah, it's cool, to, get, work your lower body. I think if they just focus on their lower body, then that can look good. It can help with, like, the hourglass figure and all that. But when they're trying to develop their upper body, it just doesn't look good on a woman, in my opinion. Where you're seeing, like, yeah, especially when they're really, really lean as well. Yeah, and when you're seeing them start getting abs and things like that. On a woman, it doesn't look right. On a man, it looks a lot better. So there's, like, women tend to look better at a bit of a higher body fat percentage because of how they store body fat. They tend to store it more in their hips, in their ass, their chest area, and yeah, but with men it's different. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, it's just absolute, like, yeah, I don't know, like, why any woman would want to look like that. There might be some fucking, like, I don't know, it might be these, like, feminist kind of women. Some of them are like, oh, I want to build muscle like a man. Let's show these men that we can do it too. We're strong and independent. Yeah. Almost sounded a bit like Mel B then, like Scary Spice, Girl power, We could be as strong as men. We'll show them how hard we could be. Oh, goodness. Yeah, exactly. That's right. I don't think the whole muscular women thing. I mean, like I said, if they've got some developed lower body, then that's fine because women can develop their lower body quite easily. So it looks normal for them to have, like, a developed lower body because it's not basically it's the thing with, like, developing your upper body as a woman, it just starts to give you a more masculine looking appearance. And then when they do steroids on top of that, they can start to get the test voice where they start to sound like a man over time, and that can become quite ugh. So you're gonna have this, like, epidemic of women start sounding like men and like yeah, like they're changing their gender or something. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just social media is really rotting people's brains. It's like when they're seeing people like lean beef patty, somebody who's like a female bodybuilder, and she's like, I'm not lean enough. When she's telling everybody that, then it's like, then that's other people are going to be like, maybe I'm not lean enough because she's saying she's not lean enough, even though she's leaner than she should be for a woman. So then I just think that maybe I'm actually thinking about maybe opening up about body dysmorphia might actually, I don't know if it's like even a good idea to be posting this to like millions of people when you're like, because that's just going to then start making people doubt themselves maybe, because if they're seeing somebody that's clearly very lean saying that they don't think they're lean enough, and then somebody watches them and then they're not quite as lean as her, then they'd be like, she's saying she's not lean enough, but I'm like, I have, like fat rolls or whatever, and it's like, I don't know. Oh yeah, volleyball. Yeah. Well, it's good if you can find something fun like a sport or something like that. So that's a tip for people who they don't really like working out because it's kind of boring. Like, so I saw this video on Bioneer's channel where he talked about like how getting in shape can be quite enjoyable, because just try to find a sport like, for example, rock climbing, because you can work your almost your entire body just doing that. Because think about like, when you're doing rock climbing, you're working a lot of your upper body, you're working like your back, you're working your arms, you're getting a good grip strength, you'll get a little bit of lower body in as well because you're climbing up. So yeah, um, you're going against gravity basically. So, but it's going to be mainly upper body. So you can get your upper body doing that. You can do like also swimming. That's it. They say that works every muscle in the body. You can do cycling for lower body. You can do some like cycle sprints, do uphill sprints on a bike or something. You can make it fun. You can So let's say if you've got a bit of a hill, cycle up it, or just go down like a straight. I don't know if you have to go uphill, or if it's just sprinting and you're just going as fast as you can. You can build the fast twitch muscle fibers. If you want to build muscle and get a decent shape, then it's about kind of short to moderate distance, but long distance it's going to be more endurance. That's why marathon runners, they tend to be quite stringy, not have much mass on them. So hello Fire Skull, good to see you again. How you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. So find things that you enjoy doing, like, and you could add a bit of calisthenics in and stuff like that. Just anyway, I'm going to do a few more of the squats, but yeah, it's all about trying to find something you can actually somewhat enjoy. Otherwise it's going to be a lot more difficult to stick at. And if you don't have time for the gym, another tip, if you don't have time for the gym, just do some supersets of different exercises that you can do from home. And you can, like, for example, I could do this and then I could do something else to superset it. Like, for example, I could do leg curls or something like that. Hello, Manang. How you doing? Good evening to you. So yeah, lightweight. Oh yeah, that like Ronnie Coleman. Lightweight, baby. Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to lift no heavy ass weights. But I do. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a shame with like, yeah, when they take it too far and ruin their health. He could have just had a couple of titles maybe and just left it there, and could have just like had that victory and been healthy and had his mobility. It's like, it just goes to show how greed and gluttony, it just can really ruin your life. It's like he just wanted to get like the world record number of titles, but like at what cost though? Oh, I want to get another Mr. Olympia. It's like, but is it worth it for your health? You know, it's just, but he was saying that he thinks it is, so, you know, who am I to argue, you know? Maybe that's good for him, I guess, if he can be there with being crippled but still thinks it's worth it. Maybe if you could say, well, he's got the memories of that, I don't know. But the problem is that then it's going to severely limit you in different areas of your life. Maybe try to find a goal that doesn't involve ruining your life. His joints are paying the price, I know. He's basically in a wheelchair, isn't he? Like he needs like assistance just to like walk around now. It's like, yeah, you can't walk around unassisted anymore, I think, and that's yeah. A lot of people think of this stuff as health and fitness, but it's the complete antithesis of health and fitness, isn't it? When you're effing up your joints and you know, a lot of times they'll be giving themselves a hernia because they're moving so much weight. It's just, you know, there's a price to pay for all of this. I think like, you know, maybe like Arnold Classic was like actually not that bad in comparison. You look at like, say your, you know, like your classic physique competitors, like even people like your Chris Bumsteads, even though I think they're still way too big. Even though they're not anywhere near as bad as, let's say, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, and all these like big mammoth ones that are. The thing is that I think what it is a lot of the times you get a woman who says, "Oh, I prefer a dad bod," because they're thinking in their mind these really like extreme physiques, like these real like extremely muscular physiques, like muscle bound physiques, and it turns out that that's not what most women would like. It's just way too much. So that's what oftentimes they mean by that. It's like they would probably rather have somebody that looks like Daniel Craig or something like that, or something more kind of modest. Something that's naturally attainable without too much work to maintain. And I think that's why, like, you had people like Ziz, for example, who, you know, he had a, you know, great physique, but like, yeah, he did some steroids, but like if he'd have just been natural for a while, he probably could have gotten to a similar kind of level, because I think he was about 6'2", about 210, I think he was, something like that. Let's say it was at about 10% body fat, something like that. So I do think it's within the realms of possibility that if he'd have took a few years to max out his natural potential, that he probably could have gotten somewhere similar to that. 6'2", 210, something like that, whatever it was at. There's guys who are like 6 foot tall, who are like over 200 pounds lean. I think Jeffrey Verity Schofield is over 200 pounds lean. Sometimes he goes up to like 220, I think, something like that, or 230, even on the off season. But yeah, he's a mammoth guy. He's got like 18-inch biceps, and he's natural. He actually documents his like fitness journey and and he gives a lot of good advice. And yeah, he's one of these elite natties that are Bold Omnium Man's another one, natural hypertrophy, and there's a few others as well, like was it Alex Leonidas is a good one as well. Yeah, thank you, Empire Digital. How are you doing? What's your name, by the way? I'm just gonna, I was gonna do some side delts. So I'm gonna show you the tweak that I've been doing, because I've been learning about about angles and stuff like that, and working at the different angles. So yeah, I'm gonna take a few of these bottles out because it's gonna lighten the load up. So what I'm gonna do is I'll try and show you how I do it now. So what I'm gonna do it like this. And then I'll do the other side as well. It's this way. It's actually way more difficult doing it that way. And you're keeping the tension more throughout, so it's yeah. So it said to work it a bit better, because I think it's to do with like regular lateral raises, that you're only really getting the tension at the top of the movement, whereas when you do it at like an angle, you're getting more tension throughout. It's kind of like when they say about doing the bicep curls at an angle, like preacher curls, for example, that might be better than just doing just like your regular ones. Anyway, yeah, he said he has no regrets. Yeah, there's not a lot of people still here, so. Oh, hello, Anton. Wondering where you were. You weren't here yesterday, were you? Can't remember seeing you yesterday, but yeah, you seem to have gone a bit quiet lately, so yeah. So just doing the side lateral raises, whatever you call it. So I'm going to show it again. So again, I'll just And how we're doing tonight, people? Hope you're all well. So that's my tweaked lateral raises, and maybe we'll see more results doing it that way. Yeah. Like I said, I'm planning to start a cut soon, but maybe I'll be able to recomp. I don't know. Because if I do a few days on a cut and then a few days at my normal calorie intake, then possibly I could actually gain a little bit on the quote unquote bulking days. Not really a bulk, but yeah, because I'm kind of like a hard gainer. I don't really gain weight that easily, but basically, yeah, but and then be a deficit on a few other days, so kind of maybe even stay around the same kind of weight, but have a better body composition. Ideally, I could be, like, yeah. Hope everyone's had a blessed day. I might do a few rear delts, actually. So this exercise that I do to work the rear delts looks like this, kind of like a crucifix. Yeah. Not a lot going on here now, is there? Yeah, I'm not going to start again. Probably going to be getting off pretty soon. It's getting a bit late now, so it's nearly 10 p.m. But yeah, hopefully my side delts are going to be growing. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really trying to get bigger than I am really right now. It's just trying to be more toned and more lean, really. If I can gain a little bit more muscle, that's great, but I'm going to start to prioritize leanness soon so that I can actually show off better what I have built. You get some guys who have built a good amount of muscle, but it's like they're not lean enough to really be able to show it off, like the definition of the muscles and all that they've built. Hello, Kate. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Just been doing a bit of a workout. Yeah. Just trying to keep up with that stuff, just trying to stay healthy and yeah. So I'll show you the lateral raises that I've been doing, because ideally you want to do it like at an angle. Some people use cables, but I'm just using a bag of weights for this. So yeah, what you're gonna do is gonna do this. And then switch over and do the other side. Alright, Foxy, how you doing? It's okay. Yeah. Just working my side delts. Might do another set of those. Just try to, kind of spam those a little bit, because really want to try and just get a little bit more, shape to the shoulders, really. Get that kind of capped delts, really. And to do that, you want to prioritize side delts, really. I mean, because you're already getting a lot of front delts from your other stuff like push-ups and things like that, so you don't necessarily even need to isolate your front delts. So you also want to try and work on your rear delts as well, to kind of give you more well-rounded shoulders. So yeah, so I'll do a few more of the side delt thing that I've been doing, the lateral raises. So what I do is I just put my other hand on my bed, or whatever you've got, and just like going to do it at an angle, so you're like that. I'd be better off with fucking dumbbells, but yeah, I ain't got any at the moment. And then the other side, same thing again. not burning, it's just yeah. I took some whites out of it to lighten it up. So you just kind of do whatever you feel comfortable with. Actually, you shouldn't be feeling comfortable, but you know what I mean. Don't be getting to a point where you start to burn too much, and like that can cause injuries if you try to go too heavy, possibly when you're not used to a certain exercise. Because I'm not really used to doing it that way. So yeah, it does feel a bit more difficult than the regular side lateral raises. I can feel a little like pump in it, but it's not burning. It's just you're feeling jacked. What do you mean feeling jacked? I mean you mean like the pump, just a bit of like blood flow going to it. So obviously it's been worked. So if you're feeling like a pump, then obviously something's, but then again, sometimes that can be a bit deceptive because just because there's blood flow in there doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be building loads of muscle. If you're just doing like, these kind of like, what you see like with these people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they're doing these really fast reps, then that's not necessarily the best for building muscle, because the thing is they're all, when they're doing these kind of performance enhancing drugs, they can probably afford to make more mistakes. Like they don't have to control the weight as much. You'll see people like, so some people criticize people like Sam Sulek, for example, for using bad form because they're on gear. And I think the problem is that you get these people who are clearly on PEDs and they might not have the best technique. And you don't have to have perfect technique, but like but if say like they're doing fast reps or whatever and people start following along and then they might be like, oh, I'm not making a lot of progress. Mike Menser believed the pump didn't mean anything while Arnold said it was a good thing. Yeah, because Mike Menser was also saying that intensity over volume, as in focusing on the intensity of the workout rather than the volume of it. But I would say you could say it's somewhere in between that, where like, doing too much volume can be deleterious, but also super high intensity would just lead to very quick fatigue. So it's just kind of finding that kind of balance where it's like where it's like you best for hypertrophy, like rep ranges and things like that. And but it's just, I guess with these roided up ones, it's kind of, they're going to have skewed perspectives on things, or they might think, oh yeah, it's about just going really heavy, but that's because they're on steroids, so they don't need to have as much control over the weight. But yeah, maybe it's not necessarily like that great of an indicator. Like I would say, if you're getting like DOMs in that area, that's a good indicator that you're doing something right. So trial and error, trying to, like if you find that exercise is leading to some bit of like DOMs where you're feeling sore the next day, then in that area, then it's like, okay, you've done something right there, because that's a sign that, that there's been some micro tears in the muscle, that's probably what's causing some are actually saying they don't know for sure what causes the soreness, that it might be whether it's micro tears in the muscle or whether it's has to do with the nervous system, because there's this theory on like the nervous system and how it takes a toll on the nervous system doing this stuff, and then and that the nervous system is kind of becomes kind of compromised in that area of what that you've trained. So that's, but yeah, it could be a combination of things, really, just generally just like some damage gone onto that particular area, and then once that has been repaired, then it becomes you're relieved of that soreness. So yeah, I probably asked you this before, but the free will debate, how much free will does one have? It's common knowledge that thoughts just happen and you can't really control your feelings, etc. So our actions within our control at all. Yeah, it's like one of those things, isn't it? So I was like pondering this a while ago, and part of me thinks that, yeah, it's like, are we really in control of our thoughts? Because we're all wired up a certain way, and it's based on previous experiences we've had combined with our genetics. So our environment affects it, and our genetics affect it as well. Like some people have more, for example, some people have more activity in the prefrontal lobe, where some people it's more in the back. So we can't really help that, so yeah, like our brains kind of dictate our actions in a lot of ways, you could say. But it's nice to think that you have control over things, though, because it's like we have this kind of like, I guess, especially men, there's this kind of like sense of need to control things, like, but then that can be taken to the extreme where some can get quite possessive. It can also happen with women as well, but a lot of times in things like domestic things, and then because men feel like they need to control everything. But yeah, there's just that. So part of me thinks that there is no free will. Then it's like, yeah, in that case, so. Which would that contradict what a lot of people believe about like the Bible. But I'm not getting into any religion stuff. But like, a lot of people have been told that God gave everyone free will, and then if that's the case, then that would go against what I just said. So I mean, it just all kind of, it's a bit contrary. But it's intrusive thoughts, just thoughts in general, like that we have things like. Just like an idea to do something, or certain things that give us pleasure or whatever, and it's like, for example, you might be like, oh, I have a choice to eat this food, but it's like that food tastes good, so I feel like I'm compelled to do it. Like my brain's telling me to do it. It's like we have certain like addictions, we have certain things that we can't control, like it's our hormones, and can affect how we how we behave and all that. So I'm going to be getting off pretty soon, but yeah. I'm just going to do the squat to shoulder press before I go. So I basically just do, actually I'll put the rest of the bottles back in to do this. So this one can be quite a good like cardio exercise. Let's see if I can do 20 of them. So just, Hang on. I'll just grab it like this. 1, One has the choice to do or not do, don't we? Didn't you just say the other week that God didn't give free will? I've sworn you said that God didn't give free will or something. So which one is it? Pick a side and stick with it. I'm quite sworn it was you that said it. Unless I took it out of context or something, but because remember I was talking about something about the Bible or something, you were saying God didn't give free will. I'm sure it was you, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like we often base our decisions on consequences of it, like say, like, oh, I'm not going to kill this person because I'll get put in prison or something like that. So obviously that's an extreme example. Never said that. Right, well, I don't know. I remember someone was saying that God didn't give free will or something, and I was like, that's a bit odd when isn't that something in the Bible that anyway, oftentimes things that have happened in people's lives, like for example trauma, I hear a lot of people become bad. I'm not saying it excuses it, but it can help you to understand why people do certain things like that when they've been through some crazy shit, that it can really warp their minds. And like we're talking about the intrusive thoughts and things like that, and you might say, well, they've got a choice to not cave into that, but their brain chemistry could be so messed up at that point that they just can't seem to regulate it. I think, like you said, Jamie, it's nice to think we have a choice, but in most cases, I think it becomes obvious we don't. Yeah, there's certain things that we have a choice. For example, let's say you pick a random number. Let's say you pick a lottery number, you just pick a random number. You could say that that's a choice, you could say. Like, just a random choice. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's about time I wrap this up, I think. So it's kind of gone a bit quiet now, and yeah, I shall be back on tomorrow. So yeah, everybody take care. See you all next time. Bye.